Hello, my name's Dan Dodds. I'm the principal attorney at the Dodds Law Firm in Surprise, Arizona. Today in this very short video, I want to introduce you to the concept of how does a court divide real and personal property in a divorce proceeding, or a legal separation proceeding, or in an annulment proceeding. Well, they look at what we call ARS Section 25, Section 318, which talks about how do you divide the property. Well, some people think everything's divided 50-50. Well, it could be deferred. When they talk about what's equitable, well, that means fair. And so what could be more fair than 50-50? So what you tend to see is if you're talking about real property now, not personal, but real property, the home, the lot, the acreage, that typically is divided 50-50. So you either could come to an agreement what it's worth, and I pay the wife half of what her interest in it is, or we have it appraised and I refi it and I get the money and I give her money, then it's my home. Or it's her home. And so it pretty much is a 50-50 deal because you can't saw a house in half and say, okay, you take that half, I'll take this half. It doesn't work that way. So you either have to agree what's going to happen to the home, or the court could order it to be sold, and that the net sales proceeds would be divided 50-50. Now let's go talk maybe juxtapose that concept in personal property. That's everything else. Your furniture, tools, vehicles, boats, dogs, cats, horses, you name it, it's personal property. Now, is a court still driven by 25-318 to divide that equitably? Yes. But rarely will a court say, well, you two are arguing over the dog, so we're just going to cut the dog in half. No, you can't do that. So it is always in people's best interest, and that's typically the way it comes down, to be reasonable. So for instance, let me give you an example. If I was going to get a divorce today, I have tons of tools because I know how to use them and I like doing that kind of work. My wife wouldn't want it at all, but I would say, all right, let me keep the tools, let me take my hunting gear, let me keep my fishing gear, and let me keep my pickup. You can take everything else. You can keep all the furniture, the pictures, the motorhome, if there was one, the two horses, it's yours. That's the way it works. And if both parties feel that that's fair and equitable, it isn't so much the number of things, it's the value people put on it. And so that's what you tend to see. People say, well, I don't want your pension. I don't want to wait 25 years to get it, but I'll let you keep the pension if you take on $20,000 or $30,000 more of the debt. Okay. So I pay off the debt, and everything that debt is mine, and my pension's still my pension. So there tends to be a lot of horse trading. So just remember, homes, the net equity is almost always divided either by the parties' agreement or by a court ordering the property be sold and it be divided 50-50. Everything else I would suggest to you is best resolved by the two parties and not a court judge, because if they reach a place where they can't get the two of you to agree, they're simply going to sell it. And people don't go to the fire sales to pay full value, they go there to steal it. So what you two can agree to that you think is fair and reasonable, and if the court asks you, is this property equitably divided? And both parties go, yeah, it is, Your Honor. You're not going to have a problem 99 times out of 100. Well, I hope this is just a quick introduction to how a court would divide personal and real property, assets, and liabilities. Hope you have a great day.